to you and a warm welcome to the part of West London where the King's Road and Fulham Road meet, Stamford Bridge. I'm Derek Ray, ready here in the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfielder Stuart Robson. And we've got Premier League action coming right up. It's Chelsea up against Newcastle United.
Yes, thanks as always. We've got two good teams here, so I'm anticipating a really good game. The atmosphere is electric inside the stadium before kick-off, and hopefully we're not disappointed.
Here's the lineup for Chelsea. Reece James starts with Cucurella in the fullback positions. And they line up with just the one striker looking to do a bit of damage. So the starting 11 for Newcastle United. Aaron Ramsdale is the goalkeeper. Harvey Barnes plays with Anthony Elanga out wide. And in this tactical setup, they have just the one player in attack. So here we go, an exciting 90 minutes in prospect. Jacob Ramsey. And regaining control of the ball.
Yeah, they really did look solid on that occasion. Really good defending.
Trevoh Chalobah. Enzo Fernandez. Now with James. Pedro Neto. On to Caicedo. Ramsey. The Magpies looking creative. Anthony Elanga. Can they set up a chance? Well, moving the ball impressively here. Sandro Tonali. Caicedo. Neto. Enzo Fernandez. On to James. Fernandez. Chalobah. Now with James. Pedro Neto. On to James. Cole Palmer. And nicely over the top. And a decent delivery. It's a neat move. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. And it's with Hall. Harvey Barnes. It's with Joelinton. Ramsey. Trippier. Now he must favour the cross. Released it nicely. Clattered away. Anthony Gordon. Neither side really able to keep the ball for any significant length of time.
Well, both sides struggling to find rhythm here.
Pedro. On to Caicedo. Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out. Joelinton. Trippier now. Gordon. And threading it through. And pure instinct from the keeper.
Well, a top-class reaction from a top-class goalkeeper. Brilliant stuff.
Trying to deliver it accurately. Well, it was straight at the keeper, but technically good goalkeeping. Neto. Oh, he's lost possession. Jacob Ramsey. Elanga. Caicedo. Now with James. Moises Caicedo. Joao Pedro. On to Caicedo. Fernandes. High-tempo football. Well, I think a classic commentator's curse just then. Couldn't make the ideal pass. And teammates around him. Will it happen for them? Danger building. Trippier. Nice looking move this. Looking for the final pass.
Yeah, lovely slick passing here.
Elanga. Well, not much came of that. And he might be through here. Can he convert? He got a good palm on it. And that'll be a Chelsea ball. Well, the threat could be there. Can they forge ahead? They do! And you've got to say they're good value for the lead.
Well, it's a very simple finish in the end, but his movement was really good. He just found himself a bit of space in the box when it mattered most.
Then. Sandro Tonali. It's with Joelinton. Tonali with it. Well, a successful intervention, winning the ball back.
Well, he's done so well to read the pass. Clever bit of play.
Moises Caicedo. James, favouring possession football. Pedro. Can they carve out another one? Caicedo. And a fine cross. Caicedo. Interesting pass. That is a very fine challenge in difficult circumstances. Out of play for what will be a Chelsea throw. Cole Palmer. Enzo Fernandez. Attacking possibilities for Chelsea. Cucurella. Oh, that's a clever ball. Element of risk there, but he's won the ball. Anthony Elanga. Trippier now. Might work out. And running in behind. He can't hold on to it. Well, it comes to nothing in the end. Oh, useful ball. Palmer, can he finish? Oh, commanding goalkeeping. Taken short. Maybe dangerous here. And the Magpies failing to keep the ball. Decent position. Pass and move. Their opponents really struggling to get a look in.
Yeah, they make it look so easy at times, don't they?
And a timely intervention. Trippier. Tonali with it. Anthony Elanga. Sandro Tonali. Well, almost at half-time here, and it's Chelsea on top. Interested to get your thoughts as regards what they've put into the game.
Well, it's been a tight game so far, but they've just had that little bit more quality on the ball, particularly in midfield, where they've just started to take control. They'll be fairly happy going in at half-time if it stays like this.
Can he deliver? And a goal, the equalizer. Superb entertainment.
Well, it's great awareness of space in the box, and then he shows a lot of composure with the finish. That's a clever goal.
So back underway. They've levelled it at 1-1 here. Cucurella. Moises Caicedo. And Chelsea have given us away. Sandro Tonali. Could be troublesome. Ramsey. Anthony Gordon. And so the first half draws to a close here in West London. Well, he's been the standout for his side so far, don't you think, Stuart?
Well, that's exactly what his team needed, because they weren't at their best in the first half, and once again it shows what a key player he is. Can they build on that in the second 45?
So level pegging here, and it's anyone's guess how it's going to finish. Joelinton. Barnes. Jacob Ramsey. Oh, read it really well. No, possession changing hands over and over again.
Yeah, both sides look slightly anxious in possession.
Cucurella. Fernandez. Cucurella. On to James. Enzo Fernandez. Trevor Chalobah. Moises Caicedo. Cucurella. Enzo Fernandez. Trevor Chalobah. Tosin Adarabioyo. Enzo Fernandez. Given away by Chelsea. Promising pass. That is tackling of the highest order. Reece James. Tosin Adarabioyo. Cucurella. And Chelsea moving the ball forward. What can they do from here? A good and fair challenge. Anthony Gordon. Jacob Ramsey. Promising position, this. Textbook example of how to cut it out. Beautiful pass. Well, it's all about passing as they try to hit the front. But then the commentator's curse comes into play. Trippier. Trippier now. His determination there for all to see. And penalised there. Is it going to be? Well, didn't miss by very much, and never easy to strike it on the volley in that fashion.
Well, from that range, though, it should be a goal. At least it should hit the target.
So a half an hour remaining. Cucurella. Reece James. Pedro Neto. Now Chelsea in a position of menace, but really sticking to their task defensively. That's a useful cross. Magnificent defending. And they've been awarded a penalty. And the substitution will occur now. And a chance to restore their advantage. And he puts it away confidently.
Audacious, but in the end, a very good penalty, you have to say.
Well, the pressure has certainly been applied. Let's find out if Newcastle are feeling it. This could be interesting. Sandro Tonali. Jacob Ramsey. And the Magpies moving the ball forward with purpose. And let's give credit to the defending. Cucurella. Enzo Fernandez. Well, the scoreline means they can focus on keeping possession.
Yeah, they're in complete control here.
The confidence really coming out. Eyeing an opening. Enzo Fernandez. Oh, no pressure on the keeper. Poor cross. Joelinton. Trippier. Tonali with it. Anthony Elanga. Well, a really single-minded piece of defending to make sure nothing untoward happened. Neto. And on to Barnes. Joelinton. Now with Barnes. The Magpies pushing forward with options available. But the danger averted for now. And teammates around him. Pedro Neto. Moises Caicedo. Caicedo. Fernandes. 15 minutes left for play. Now there to intercept. Ready to break, perhaps? Well, they have to pay attention. Will it be? And great agility to make sure they didn't level matters on the break.
Yeah, deserved better. That was such a good effort.
Oh, could be an opportunity here. Now with Palmer. Failure to keep the ball on the part of Newcastle. Oh, danger here. And a Chelsea throw-in coming up here. And a substitution in the offing. Pedro. An impressive run. Moises Caicedo. Feeding it through. And just like that, broken up. Now, options are plenty. Well, it did look promising, but no threat in the end. Murphy. Now, can they hit them on the counter? 5 minutes remaining, and one thing is certain, no one is leaving, because it's still close. Sandro Tonali. Trippier now. Tonali with it. Ramsey. And pressing for the equalizer. But nothing comes of it. Fernandes. Well, nothing like annoying your opponents when you have such an effective passing game.
Yeah, they just have to keep the ball here, don't they?
An effective challenge. Caicedo. Neto. On to Palmer. Moises Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Now with Palmer. What about the stoppage time situation? 2 minutes the word. Pedro. Cole Palmer. Neto. And the referee blows the whistle. That will be all for this game, and no points picked up by Newcastle United. What did you think of it all?
Well, Derek, it was a poor result, but it was a really tight contest. Both sides had their chances, could have gone either way, but in the end, they will be disappointed.
Well, I don't think, Stuart, anyone can really quibble about what he put into the game.
Yeah, he was a real handful today. He scored the winner and got himself into some great positions. He really did play well.